It is Channel Sports on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo, and you've just seen him. He's the prince, the son of the Queen of Hearts. And when you touch lives at that level, humanity is better for it. Prince Harry and his wife, Princess Megadia in Nigeria, and then, for the Invictus games, and they're saying, look, let us reach those ones who were injured while defending their various countries. Let us touch those ones whose parents, whose mothers, whose sisters, whose wives, whose children are seeing them that, it was not how they left home that they came back. And that is what it is. And that is what sport is all about: universality, humanity. And that is where we are. This thing is not going to, probably we might not have the whole show today because I know, like you said, we have visitors who are in the country, and then we might just link up with them. But for the time that we have to utilize it, sharply. It is sport, and it's going to be a breezy afternoon. Right there at Old Trafford today, it will be Arsenal trying to retake the top of the log in England. As they say, 40 years in exile. Will they finish after that wilderness this year? But then Man City are in familiar territory, in familiar tough. When they are there at this level, they tell you, guy, they say in Nigeria, back tire and they catch front tire. But then keep winning your games and anything can happen because it is football. We told you that football, and it is round. In other climes, we said it, La Liga decided, Bundesliga decided, League One, decided. The Scottish League, even the Old Firm Derby was yesterday. Celtic took it back again. So we're having Real Madrid for the 37th time or so, 36th or 37th time, 36th time. We have Leverkusen for the 41st time. We don't want to count how many times that PSG says it is our personal trophy. And then, of course, the Old Firm Derby, sometimes they go 10 years in a row, either it's Rangers or Celtic, but that is what it is. Inter is riding high right there in Italy. But in Nigeria, of course, we'll come back after Rivers United have finished all their games, all their standing games that they have. So the MPFL is on hold, but the MPFL is cooking something beautiful. We shall dish it when it is hot. We'll tell you this, we'll bring it here, and we all take it. Rivers, who passed yesterday, picked that ticket to represent Nigeria at the bar. I mean, it wasn't easy, but they came in. 8 nations will be going. 6 have qualified. The road to Kigali in Rwanda is where we are. But congratulations, Rivers, who passed. Congratulations, the Kingsmen, because you have done this. So, while in tennis, right, in Italian Open, something is happening. Something is happening right there in Rome. We saw Tsitsipas knocking, fighting with his racket, destroyed one, destroyed the other, used it as a weapon. But that was not just all, because Djokovic, the #1, was trying to sign those autographs when he was hit in the head. Of course, it was accidentally. We're going to look at this, but then my guys are in the house, and all right, my guys are in the house. And that is what we are trying to do now. So like we said, we are supposed to do this, but gentlemen, it's like this show is not going on because right now, we are taking you to the Delbro Hotel in Victoria Island, where the Duke of Sussex is meeting with some soldiers, some wounded soldiers, and our correspondent, Kayode Kikolo, is on ground to give us some highlights. So let's go right there to see what is happening there in Victoria Island.
At the Delboro, Lagos, venue of a fundraising event for wounded soldiers and veterans. This event right now is playing host to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and his beautiful wife, Meghan. Now, both of them, of course, are in Nigeria for a 3-day private visit and invitation of the Chief of Defense Staff. And any moment from now, both of them will be walking out those doors and they'll be headed there to see the wounded veterans. And just any moment from now, you see Prince Harry there in the cream jacket and his beautiful wife, Meghan, stepping out essentially, and they'll be heading over there to see the wounded soldiers. This is, of course, to raise awareness and raise funds for Invictus Games. All right, there you see Prince Harry and his beautiful wife, Meghan, walking away now. I understand they have quite a busy day ahead, headed to see the governor of Lagos, Governor Sanwo-Olu. It's going to be a big day for them, even though it's the final day of their 3-day private visit to Nigeria. And just to tell you that this visit is to raise funds, to raise awareness for Nigeria's wounded soldiers, particularly in the northern region, fighting banditry, fighting terrorism, and the rest. Their 3-day visit has been quite eventful, landed in Nigeria on Friday, essentially on the invitation of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa. And their goal, as I said earlier on, is to promote mental health for wounded soldiers and young girls. Today's event, of course, is focusing on his Invictus Games. Prince Harry and Meghan earlier today arrived in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, and there you see their vehicle moving. Let's just give you some more situation reports on what's going on right now. So we're live at the Delboro, Lagos, which is playing host to Prince Harry and his beautiful wife, Meghan. By the way, 43% Nigerian, so you understand why we're rolling out the red carpet to welcome our own daughter. It's the final day of their 3-day private visit on the invitation of a Chief of Defense Staff. And the goal is quite simple: to raise awareness, raise funds and funding for the mental, psychological health of Nigeria's wounded soldiers. They've been fighting insurgency terrorism in the northern part of the country for years now, over a decade. So it's important to raise the awareness, raise funds for their psychological and social welfare. Prince Harry and his wife have left now. They're on their way to see the governor of Lagos, who's essentially hosting them at large in this beautiful commercial city of Lagos, Nigeria. Bukola is here with me, by the way, and we are covering this event. It's a major one. It's final day of their visit, but it's a big one nonetheless.
Carnival kind of visit of some sorts for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. 3 days, from their visit to the Light Well Academy, where they were treated to cultural dance. From there, they visited the Chief of Defense Staff. And did you see the visit to the governor of Kaduna State?
Oh, yeah, and the picture that was handed over to the prince.
Of the prince when he was being carried as a baby by his mother. And he was presented with all sorts of gifts. It's especially important for Nigerian armed forces at this point in time. They've been at the center of conversations about the importance of their work, about how overwhelmed the military is. And, we have quite a number of veteran soldiers that have been injured at the battle front. And this visit, which is to enhance talks of the possibility of Nigeria, to perhaps host the Invictus Games, is important for the Nigerian armed forces, such that we can draw attention to those issues of mental health, for Nigerian soldiers, for healing and for, a new lease of life, basically, for Nigerian soldiers. So it's a particularly important visit, particularly this event as well, that is to draw, attention to their plight and to raise funds for Nigerian soldiers.
Absolutely.
And also, go ahead, Kade.
Just in case you didn't know about the Invictus game, I bet you at the end of this visit, you'll have known about the Invictus games. But let's just give you an insight into what it is. It's an international multi-sport event and first held in 2014, founded by Prince Harry, of course, himself. And it's for wounded, injured, and sick servicemen and women, both serving and veterans. Nigeria, for the first time, participated in the last event in Dusseldorf, Germany. Nigeria won 1 gold, 1 bronze, weightlifting, I think, table tennis. So obviously, Nigeria, first African country to participate in the Invictus Games. We're setting the tone here, and we're raising awareness, as has been said time and again, for what these men and women have gone through defending our nation, defending you and I. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan will be back here for the fundraising proper, but it just came to essentially say, we're here in Lagos, we're here for this. I will essentially ensure that this job, this mission we've come here for is done.
Yeah, indeed, and it's wonderful to hear about the inspiring stories of Nigerian soldiers who have participated at the Invictus Games. One of Dean Onwuchekwa, that we watched just recently, who lost both arms, during the warfare in the northeast. He was trying to detonate an explosive, but he lost both arms. He got an opportunity to participate at the Invictus Games, and his life has been transformed. He plans to be an inspiration to other wounded soldiers, such that they can start their own life again and they will have hope, to live a better life. And that's the essence of the Invictus Games. I wonder, when the Prince sees such gains from the Invictus Games, how it will reflect on the importance of the event. Kadi.
Absolutely. But still with Channels Television, we're live at the Delboro, Lagos. We're also live where the visit is happening to the governor of Lagos. So stay with us. It's a big day. It's the final day of that 3-day private visit. We're right here to give you all of the bit-by-bit details of their visit. So stay with us. Kayode Okikilo here and Bukola.
Koka. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that is Kayode and Bukola at the Delboro Hotel. Before late, the Prince and his princess, Duchess of Sussex, they are right then. They are on their way to the governor's official residence, and that is where they will receive them. And then when it is time, we will join them and follow the Invictus Games. Like you said, you had them. It was founded, to assist, wounded soldiers, who have already displaced mentally, psychologically, in every way. So this is raising awareness, not just raising awareness and raising funds. For this one, for Nigerian soldiers, those have been protecting us. So basically, this is for us. But it is sports. Invictus Games about sports, and we're also about sports here. Before we joined them at the Delboro Hotel. My guys are here right here. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Ken, for having me. He's been dead. He's a senator. He's been dead all that. He had 2 tours in Afghanistan as a soldier, air pilot, fighter. So he understands the psychology of wounded soldiers. So it's not just talking from theory. He's done the practice. A practical soldier. Of course, every family of the royal, every member of the royal family needs to go through that military training, which is equivalent to our NYSC here, except that NYSC just got more from the whole Ministry of Sport. So again, we should also be mindful that the psalmist was saying something that he said, "The Lord keep the city. The watchman wakes up in vain." So we should also be mindful that the military guys, it's because of them we can sleep. So we have sound sleep because we have these guys around us. So I don't think anything is too much for them. I think, yes, what he has done is commendable, but I think this should serve as a lesson. It's something that should be business as usual. Yeah. Part of us, it should not be our BAU. We don't have to have this kick on our board before we do this, but I think it's highly commendable. And I think as you do remember every January 15th for our fallen heroes, this should also be inculcated to keep them happy and their loved ones.
Yes, January 15th for our fallen soldiers, our fallen heroes who have kept this nation apart. Nigeria, America for their civil war, Spain for their civil war, Nigeria fought her own civil war. It is inevitable, but at the end of the day, it is peace that matters. The man from the Catalan is in the house. Theo, how are you?
I'm good. That's for intro on what Pe said. It's one thing to experience it. Coming kind of family that Prince Harry, of course, has come from. And there's another thing that decided I want to give back. And it's not just been for show. He's literally been traveling around the world, promoting the Invictus game and the games. And if you go and look at testimonies of some of the soldiers that have actually participated, it's giving them another sense of belonging, because one of the hardest things is getting injured during the war, at war, and then coming back and integrating yourself back into the society.
When you are either an amputee or whatever.
Sometimes it might not even necessarily be about physical damage. Most times it's mental, psychological, because quite a number of people have this post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and they come back and they really find it difficult to integrate themselves back into the society. So this gives them an avenue to, come together. It's like a fellowship of veterans coming together, and then the game is bringing them together and making them see like there's more. Even after the war, you can still live a normal life, and this is something that we really, really appreciate. Like Okpe put it, it's not just, we know the state of the country. Since 2009, it's been one issue or the other about fighting up north and all of that, so we understand that quite a number of soldiers go, and many of them don't even come back. For those that come back, we have to find ways to integrate them back into society and make them feel that, yes, we are welcome, you are loved, you are cherished, you are valued. We don't really have to wait for somebody to come and tell us what to do. I think we should just take it up from here and then, continue to do the right thing.
Yes, that is what we want to hear. Before we went on that very interesting introduction into the Invictus games, this is the final day of the third day private visit. So we're also talking. We'll talk about boxing.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if our guy is in the house. When is he back? If he's back, let us know so that we can go over there and reach out to him. All right. Okay, all right. Okay, he will join us. Okay, he's there. I can see his face. I think he's joining us. He has this kind of baby face. It underlines his compactness. When he hits you with the punch, I hits you with when he has the soccer punch. I don't know but some of you did you guys read today? Okay, before I introduce him, let me call him first. Today, did you read the soccer punch by James Hadley Chase? There's that point. Did you read the soccer punch? He said when the man becomes so confident, that is when he leaves himself open for the soccer punch. You understand? I've seen it happen. I think I can remember that quote. I've seen it happen so many times. A guy will commit a crime, and then he'll be walking. You see, he has covered all his tracks. But at the point that it becomes so safe, that is when the law grabs him, and that is what he started in the boxing. The guy was knocking the other guy out. He was so confident, and the next thing, boom, from nowhere, and bam. So that's the soccer punch. So are we expecting a soccer punch when the battle of the undefeated, when the puncher and the fighter takes it? Today, let's go. Usyk, this one will catch you because Usyk versus Fury. Tell us, just summarize this fight for us that we're expecting 7 days or 6 days from now.
6 days from now.
Yeah, on Saturday. That's Tunde Koiki. That's Tunde Koiki. Tunde, sorry, let me introduce you. That's Tunde Koiki. The number one, my number one, our number one, I don't know who else is, a combat sports expert in the whole of the continent. Take it. Oh yeah, Tunde, let's go.
First and foremost, good afternoon to everyone across Nigeria and also to the guys in the studio. First and foremost, Mr. Ken, I'm not your guy. You are my guy, my mom. Secondly, I didn't know you cut your dreadlocks because you look completely different, but hey, it looks good on you.
Today,
yeah, so
Tunde, where is your car parked? Are you in Lagos or in Abuja or in London or in Geneva? Where are you? Where are you reaching us from?
I'm in Lagos.
Today is in Lagos.
I'm in Lagos.
Okay. All right.
It's actually having a very nice lunch, but I had to leave that just to come and join you guys on the show.
Okay.
But to be honest, this fight is probably it's historical. Yeah, it's of immense historical significance. Because this is the first time that we'll actually have 4 belts on the line, the heavyweight division. The WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO. It's never happened before. And these are 2 undefeated champions who are going head to head. Now, it's absolutely set up for what promises to be one of the biggest fights. That the heavyweight division is pretty much the engine room, the catalyst of the entire sport. Now, if you have such a scenario where you have an undefeated champion who has three of the most high-profile belts coming together for one of the biggest fights in the history of the sport, it's amazing. Not only that, it has also changed the dynamic of the sport. Back in the day, Madison Square Garden or the T-Mobile Arena was in Las Vegas were regarded as the verified capitals or meccas of boxing. But now, literally and figuratively, the mecca of boxing is now in Saudi Arabia. It has changed the dynamic completely. The biggest fights, the richest fights, the most lucrative fights in history of the sport now happen in Saudi Arabia. I don't know what else to say, but I'm having goosebumps for this fight because it can go anyway. In the heavyweight division, all it just takes is one well-placed punch, and that can change history.
Today just talked about the mecca of boxing. Sometimes when because my guys are there, they will join us. Sometimes when you start this, you take us through memory lane. From Madison Square Garden. And then they move to that desert island called Vegas. And you understand? And then you go back and when you look at Muhammad Ali, you look at the Rumble in the Jungle, how much that fight cost. You look at the Thriller in Manila, how much that fight cost. And now we are coming back now and say, this is Saudi Arabia, this is Riyadh, where the fights are going on, where the dollars are being spread. Tunde, a lot is at stake here. In terms of pause, I mean, what are these players, what are these fighters, are looking at?
Wow, it's a massive payday for each man. Each man, I think, is guaranteed to walk away with both of them. Fury and Usyk are guaranteed to walk away with at least $50 million. At least talk about gate taking, and those ones are also expected to probably bring in another 25 to 20 million for each man, so they could walk away with $70 million each. So it's a ridiculous purse. And even those who are saying that it might be higher because the Saudis they love the sport, looking for ways to take it to a whole new different level. Even the winner might even walk away with an additional sum as well. So there are tremendous riches on offer for either man, winner or loser. There's going to be a lot of money in their bank account.
Winner or loser, we're talking about 100 million. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if I'm in the right profession. A lot of these things I will think of what to do, and I just ask myself, it's not just go there, dodge punch. Ken, what were you doing when others are doing all these things? I tell myself, sometimes you just have to talk to yourself. I said, why? Say 100. We are not talking about a million naira. We're not talking about a million lira. So we're not talking about rupees. So we are talking about in hard currency. Man, okay. Look at their heights. I mean, Smokey Joe, Mike Tyson. Well, we can look at those aggressive. But Usyk, in his own way, is a boxer. I mean, yeah, it's not when you say that rawness that you can find in the Tyson thing, like looking for that big shot. He want whatever. His knockout rate about maybe 14 in 21 fights, which means 1 in every 3 fights he knocks out his opponent. And then Tyson Fury, of course, Fury's jaw. We know I would just got it. Fury's chin, and Usyk's belly. Because we've seen him fall over. We've seen Tyson Fury knocked down 7 times. He has been knocked down 7 times in his professional fights. 4 times Wilder knocked him down. 4 in the 2 fights. And even Ngannou knocked him down. You've said one punch can make the difference. What are you seeing? Are you seeing that one punch? Are you seeing Usyk connecting? Are you seeing Tyson Fury connecting to Usyk abdomen? And then we are saying, are you maybe this one, like you said, is 50-50. But what do you foresee in this? This is a thrilling fight. I won't tell you lies.
Yeah, you've asked a particularly brilliant question. Now you've mentioned the fact that Tyson Fury was been knocked down 7 times in his career, 4 times by a man who is regarded as probably the most concussive puncher in the heavyweight division, Deontay Wilder. The fact that he could survive that 4 times means that he probably has concrete or cast iron in that jaw. Very few people ever manage to collect, stand on the receiving end of the Wilder punch and survive it. He did 4 times. That means that he has probably the X factor in this fight. But we've also seen that, Alexander Usyk, he's not particularly comfortable being punched to the body. I honestly believe in that fight with Daniel Dubois that it was a clean punch and he should have lost that particular fight. But somehow the authorities conspired to give him that fight. And that changes the dynamic very clearly. It shows that, Alexander Usyk is a soft touch in the body. I saw another video once that somebody also hit him to the body. He didn't particularly like it. But you also mentioned the height differential. Alexander Usyk is 6'1", Tyson Fury is 6'9". Now, he has basically, literally and figuratively bring himself down to Usyk's body in order to be able to get the kind of body shots that he might, that can end that fight. Exactly. But in order to do so, he also brings himself within range of Alexander Usyk's left hand. Yeah. So it's a very, very intriguing fight. Usyk trying not to get hit to the body. Tyson or Fury to also try not to get sucker punched as well. But if anybody possesses true knockout power, true knockout ability in this particular fight, it has to be Tyson Fury. Look at the way he decimated Deontay Wilder. Look at the way he destroyed Dillian White. Usyk is more of a boxer than a puncher. He overwhelms you with the tremendous amount of work rate that he puts in. So if it's by sheer boxing alone, I think he wins. But Tyson Fury, in order to be able to win this fight, he has to hit Usyk with something that is good enough to not only put him down, but keep him down. But that's the thing, that's the difference between Usyk and Fury. Usyk is a master boxer, a skilled boxer. A decent boxer throws punches at the boxer, at his opponent. A good boxer throws punches at where his opponent is expected to be. A master boxer throws punches in order to move the opponent into where exactly he wants him to be. Now, Alexander Usyk is not only a good boxer, but a master boxer. The punches he throws puts you directly into the line of fire where he wants you to be. And if it's by sheer boxing, I think Usyk wins this one. But it's by sheer physicality, sheer power, it has to go to Tyson Fury. And that's what makes it such an intriguing fight, because both men come with different styles, different physical attributes. A southpaw against an orthodox fighter. Both of them are excellent movers. I mean, you've seen Tyson Fury move for such a big man, 6'9". It's incredible the way he moves. And Alexander Usyk is not a scratch in his footwork either. So, my God, gentlemen, this fight can go any way and every way. It's a proper, true 50-50 fight.
You are it is a proper 50-50 fight. Tunde, I want us to just keep it here, because you see, this food is taking about 7 days. We are cooking it in the next few days, and we'll be here with you on Sunday morning. Because it's about 11. Yes, it's about 11:30 p.m. They will walk into the ring on Saturday. So we'll talk all that, and then we'll bring you back. Because the last time we talk, you are not even looking beyond this fight. I said, wherever it goes, if Tyson win or Usyk win or it is a draw, there's going to be a rematch and probably a trilogy.
Oh yeah.
So, today, thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing you out. Let us just keep it as we have cooked it. The food will be served on Sunday, where we will look at what has happened and then look beyond. Thank you so much today. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Gentlemen, you had him.
This is one fight that I personally don't want to miss. And
you want to go to the ring?
I said I wouldn't want to miss. Not going into the ring, because they will knock me out in the rings. But Ken, you also need to. One thing I've learned about Tunde is I don't doubt him. Because almost every single heavyweight fight he has called.
He was the first person I called Usyk Joshua.
In fact, that day he was speaking, I doubted him. I'm like, he doesn't know what he's saying. But every single thing he said played out the exact way. The flurry of punches, the fact that Usyk never seems to get tired and will send how many punches in how many minutes. But you also cannot rule out Tyson Fury. he's champion for a reason. Tyson will tell you, you're not paying me for you want me to knock someone out, pay me extra.
Yeah.
I need to do to make sure that my punches connect. One thing I know for a fact is that we are in for a fight. We are in for a
three-line Riyadh.
We are in for, and then look at what's happening in Saudi Arabia. They're literally taking everything over the can.
Yes, like we said, we looked at it. They talked about the Mecca of boxing used to be Vegas. That people just when they say the city where you just go over there, you just go over there and spend your money.
Yeah.
They built a city in the desert.
Yeah.
And the whole, the just go there, make your money somewhere, go and spend the money. And that is what it is. We saw Don King taking them, like you said, he took Muhammad Ali, took him to the African jungle.
Yeah.
You understand, and then from there he took him to Manila. You understand? So you have the rumble in the jungle. And most of those things came from Muhammad Ali. You understand?
Yes. When we were saying whether you were in the wrong profession, I just remember what Muhammad Ali said.
You just have to go there.
At least when he got that punch from Joe Frazier, that even his ancestors in Africa, they felt so think twice before you actually switch occupation. But again, frankly speaking, I think Usyk has everything going for him. You don't go through 350 fights
350 amateur fights.
By the virtue of that, he's been ranked the 92nd greatest amateur boxer of all time.
Wow.
So he was talking about the master boxer, the fighter boxer. I think it's everything in the package. And
a total package.
Yeah, being one of the three cruiserweight guys that unified the cruiserweight title and became heavyweight after Holyfield and David is, I think Tyson Fury's will have his arm really full with this guy. He's a monster in the ring.
He's a monster in the ring. All right, that is it. So today we'll see how we can open the lines early. You guys can join us, and then because I know the EPL fans are saying, can somebody be slaughtered in his home ground? Manchester United today takes on Arsenal. I tell you this, they've not forgotten that H2. So is it time? Is it time for vengeance? This is it. This Arsenal. I say, look, they must win all their matches. If they drop any point, be it draw, then the quest will be over. And you say they've been on this for 20 years. The last time they won the EPL was in 2004, 2003 and 4, before Jose Mourinho arrived in England for the first time. You understand? Mourinho has about 4 missionary journeys in England. You understand?
Chelsea twice. Manchester United. Yes.
So maybe Liverpool next.
Liverpool have gone for slots. They need slotting machine. So basically, we're going to open the lines. As my director says so that you guys can join it. Who takes it now? The battle is there. City are back on top. And that is what everybody has been fearing when they get on top. But they also have to play Tottenham. That's a banana peel. It's a banana peel. No matter how bad it is, Tottenham just have that kind of, something when it comes to City. They wake up. So this game is not yet over. But then that match will become significant if Arsenal can pick all 3 points. It is either they win it or they win it. Any other option at Old Trafford, I don't see, will mean that, look, City will just need to win one out of their next two games in order to be crowned champions of England. So that is how it is. The relegation battles have been settled. The 3 teams that came and the 3 that are going back. Because that looting, the goals difference about almost
12 goals.
11, I think 11 goals.
11 goals. So they need 12,
will be very, 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 very difficult for them to overcome. So that is what puts, Forest as in we are, of course, if Forest had won, so pick a point, they would have been safe. But Burnley is back, Vincent Company. I don't know, Sheffield United, Sheffield were United, and those are the oldest football club in England. But they are still there. They will get the parachute payments when they go back to the lower league. That will make them to pay the salaries for them. If they don't come back in the next 3 seasons, that's what it does in England. This is how much we're giving you. Because when you come to the EPL, you have upped your wages. We've done that. So they make you survive so that the teams don't, these are don't go into insolvency. So basically that is the thing. So you tell us what's your take, there. But then guys, during the week, let's talk about our 2 things. Let me come to you on this. We talked about Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Right now, they are 49.
Never losing.
Never losing.
Never losing.
Is it an unseen? Are there unseen hands because this thing looks it looked unreal.
Yes.
Going into the 80th minute, they were still 2 goals down.
Yes.
And then they came back.
They started the comeback.
And so I wanted to join that. There are 2 of them.
This season,
yes.
they've got 17 goals after the 90th minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Only Leverkusen and Liverpool.
Yes.
After 90th minute, they got 17
and Leverkusen have come back 14.
This is not just coming, not just in the goals.
Yes.
Okay, we have James reaching us from Lagos. Hello, James. How are you? James, let's hear you. Good afternoon, James. Up your voice now. You are using bedroom voice, James. This is Sunday. Oh yeah.
Today, I want to contribute to your program.
Okay. Go on.
Today match, Man U is beating Arsenal.
Okay.
So discuss with you.
Man U is beating Arsenal.
Yes, discuss with the 2-1.
2-1. You haven't even seen the score. I like that. Okay. Thank you, James. All right. Is James among the prophets?
No. I think James just had a dream. but you know when you are okay, let's go back to Leverkusen.
No, I want to take Leverkusen because there are 2 unbeaten streaks, guys.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, sometimes like we said, this seems unreal.
Yeah.
Leverkusen are going 49. I remember Arsenal went 49 matches unbeaten in the league. Because in that season they lost the FA Cup to Manchester United in the semi-finals at Villa Park. They lost home and away to Middlesbrough in the League Cup. That means when they went to play Bolton in the semi, to play in the finals. So in the Champions League, I remember I think was it Bayern who beat them in the Champions League. I'm trying to remember that.
Okay.
No, I think it's in the Champions League where Chelsea beat them.
In Champions League.
Chelsea beat them in the quarter finals. And then Chelsea went on to go and play when they play Monaco in the final. So Chelsea beat them. Middlesbrough beat them home and away in the League Cup. Manchester United beat them at Villa Park, in that particular epic semi-final. So, but this is 49 games unbeaten in all competitions.
Yeah, all competitions.
I mean, this is unheard of.
I said something like 3 weeks ago, but you dismissed it. Somebody had not signed a deal with somebody somewhere, because it's unreal.
Yes.
If anybody had told me at the start of the season that there will be any team in any major European league toward the end of the season that would have not lost a game in all competitions, I would have doubted it, because I wouldn't have believed that in Germany they would not lose a game, let alone in Europe. And Ken, they're just 2 games away from doing a treble. And I know you talked about it, I think last week. At the point, Leverkusen had the opportunity to do a treble about 20 years ago-ish, and they lost all three. Yeah. But now they've gotten the league title for the first time in their history. Displacing Bayern, who had gone 10 years in a row, winning the Bundesliga title. Now playing the Europa League final. And I love the way they come on social media and then they engage their fans. They engage, even neutrals, Ken. It's really, really, really amazing.
Yeah, I think they responded to Roma.
Yes, Roma.
If we can take that,
they were on the road to greatness last season until a certain Jose Mourinho came and stopped that. He stopped that run. But Ken, I think it's not new to.
But didn't win the title last year.
It's not new to Leverkusen because he said something about 2002 when they wanted to achieve that treble, and again it was even heartbreaking on the likes of Michael Ballack because after losing the treble, still lost the World Cup final.
Yes, World Cup final.
But people like Lucio, they lost the treble, they got the World Cup final. Now, in the 2000, they were called in German, Leverkusen, second cousin. That is because they got second,
almost there.
Second position 5 times in 10 years.
Yes.
But I think this is their season. This guy took them from 17th position.
Alonso.
Is so again the fraternity between Alonso and Arteta. I think I just want Arteta also get that trophy because they are the best of friends.
Okay, they are the fraternity.
The only problem is Alonso is not competing against Pep Guardiola.
Two things I want to take off from. He mentioned something. Alonso took over when they were 17th on the league.
Second from bottom.
Go back and check their match against Roma. They scored with 17 seconds. That's what they call it. With 17 seconds remaining in added time. You understand? That is when they scored that particular goal. Certain things you don't understand. But then let's go to 72 unbeaten streak. How do you describe that? All right, let's go to Benue first because Nat is there with us. Hello, Nat. How are you? Nat, how are you? Nathaniel, we are waiting. Okay. When you hear that, are you there?
Very good. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. Let's hear you. Good afternoon, Nat. Go on.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. I said that
Manchester United will do what?
Yeah, man.
You said Man U will do what?
Manchester United, I go to defeat Arsenal 2-1.
2-1 again, okay. I hope you guys are seeing this team. 2-1. Okay. Lagos says 2-1. Benue says 2-1. Okay. Thank you, Nathaniel.
So we are waiting for Worry.
For Worry
And Port Harcourt.
Then you're talking about Rodri.
Yes.
Manchester City has lost 3 league games.
Yes.
Those 3 league games they lost this season were the games that Rodri did not play.
Yes.
He got suspended.
Yes.
They lost to Arsenal and lost to Wolves.
Yes.
Back to back.
Yes.
Then he came back. They went on a winning streak. They saw after picking the 5th yellow card, they saw suddenly again. They went to play Aston Villa and they lost. Since then he came back again.
And they haven't lost.
And they've now lost again.
Yes.
I mean, how do you reason that 72 games and counting
Ken,
that he has played for City has not lost?
And before I answer, for the 72 games, you have his shirt tucked in.
Yes. You know,
he doesn't fly his shirt.
You know what hurt me? Rodri had a bet with his teammates.
Okay.
That if he scored 10 goals this season, they will all play a game with their shirts tucked in.
Wow.
And I'm really looking forward to it.
How many has he scored?
I think it's on like 7 now. But it just shows you how important he is to the Manchester City setup. Whenever Rodri is playing, nobody completes more passes than him because he's the link between the defense.
In the entire league.
Yeah, in the entire league actually.
Yes.
He's the link between the defense and the attack. And not just completing passes, also intercepting plays, also reading the game. He's a very, very highly intelligent footballer and he shows. And that's why they're unbeaten.
Let's go to Kaduna because Ibrahim is calling us. Hello, Ibrahim.
Maybe another person with another prediction.
Ibrahim, how are you?
Hello, fine. Good afternoon, Mr. Anchorman. And good afternoon to your 2 guests, Ibrahim from Kaduna.
All right, Ibrahim.
I just want to chip in something this afternoon concerning Arsenal and Man U.
Okay.
This is the great time for Arsenal to show their strength that yes, they are once a champion and they want to record that champion back this time around.
Okay.
What they say so? Everything is in their doorstep now. And if they then allow these trophies to at least went away from their hands, well, they will have them come to the place. And to me, really, I'm totally in support of that. I'm totally in support so that they will be able to get this thing this time around. Because why? They have the hunting, they're hunting for this thing this time around because they're hungry. The Arsenal housing today is like a hungry man that is a hungry man. And I say that a hungry lion will surely show it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And this is what we want them to do.
Okay.
As all Kaduna staff, all Kaduna supporters, your partner, we are 100% behind them, and we pray that they will be able to get it right. So they let them win this match.
All the football fans in Kaduna, all the football fans in Kaduna want Arsenal to win.
Thank you very much, my Mr. Uncle, and your 2 guys.
All right. Okay. Ibrahim, I just at this point in time, I just want to say something. Some 8 hours ago or so, the news did filter in that Tijani Babangida, his younger brother Ibrahim, both played for Nigeria. His wife, his housemaid were all in a car, and the car was involved in an accident, a gas accident. TJ is alive. Unfortunately, Ibrahim is gone. About a month ago, during the AFCON, was it?
Yeah.
We had TJ on this show, himself with Ulise.
Yeah.
Because when I got that news yesterday, the first person I reached was Sunday Ulise. I said, look, are you hearing this? And the first thing he told me, he said, Ken, this shouldn't be happening to a good man. This shouldn't be happening to a good man. I want to commiserate with the family of the Bangidas. We pray, God bless the soul of Ibrahim. Anytime I look at Ibrahim Banga, I remember himself and Manga Mohammed, running the rings, running the wings. to go this early, to go this young. Well, they said I stayed some time in Kano, and they said Allah Yakao, it is God that brings, and it is God that takes. And may the Lord bless the soul of Ibrahim Babangida.
Yes, Ken. I think Ibrahim, the memory one will take away with us. He played for stationary stores. Those days of Abdoulaye Bebe, when you had the enterprising stores. Young boys. I don't know. Nobody knew where Abdoulaye Bebe got these guys. And they went as far as the semi-final of the Champions League before Amnike and his Zamalek guys took them out. So I think that memory, that joy, the joy they gave us then in Lagos, you can't go to Nikon Waterfront and not be happy going back home. Even without the buses, you trek distance and you keep on rehearsing the moves of these guys. So the good Lord will comfort the family. That's all I can say.
I didn't watch Ibrahim play. But at least we've heard stories, even about TJ. And like you said, we had him on the show a couple of weeks ago. Okay. I'm just hoping and I'm praying, because I heard that he was, in the critical condition at a point. Okay. I hope that he comes out strong and God bless the family.
All right. Hello, Samson. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm good.
Yeah. Go on, Samson.
I want to sincerely express my sympathy to Tijani Babangida over the death of his son.
His younger brother. His younger brother.
Well, we are very sorry for that, but we pray it will not happen to ourselves again. But then, this calls for lessening players and Nigerians as a whole. There's what we call corporate social responsibilities. All these are big guys that have made it through soccer, athletes here and there. They should try in their small way to inflicting some of these roads for the masses. Because I know if that road were not to be in the state it was, the accident wouldn't have been that much.
So we wouldn't know. We don't know whether it was the state of the road or default in the car or whatever it is. For now, we don't have a report of what would have caused the accident.
No, I didn't get much. I thought it must be related to our bad roads.
We're not sure. We're not sure of that yet. We're not sure.
God help them and God help Nigerian nation, but the country continue to progress.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Thank you so much.
All right. Also, on another note, today actually is the birthday of the man we interviewed here at the NFF. We are calling out to you. Go to New Zealand. He died, was buried about 2 weeks ago or so. He was also on this show the 1st of January last year, saying, he still has, he's outstanding what was due him. And today is his birthday. As he celebrated he celebrated right there with the angels in heaven. We're saying we are asking the authorities to look into his case. To look, if you cannot give it to him, you can give what was due him to his family. It was all there. If you have not paid him, if you promised him, that is what was there. As he won the championship with WAFCON, with our ladies right there in South Africa, and then he has not been paid. He's dead now. Today is his birthday. As his family celebrate, remembering him, fond remembrance for the man who played against Pelé, for the man who was there, who coached the Golden Eagles, who coached the Super Falcons. That is the thing. We should not be looking about what was due him. We should even add him to that to say thank you. All right, we are going on a very short break. When we come back, Channel Sport on Sunday continues. Stay with us. Okay, just maybe about 5 more minutes or so for us to go on this show. How many days? 75 days to go. 75 more days to Paris, 26th of July. So that is when it is starting. And then we are prepared. We've been qualifying. A lot of, we saw our relay teams qualify in 4 out of the 5 events. That was quite good. But also what I love about that is, is the IWF bringing a tournament, you understand, making relays exciting. You get it that it can be a tournament for relays, there can be a tournament for high jump, there can be a tournament for long jump. It's just a question of just carving it out and then putting it there. But we are there in Paris. That tells you this, and a lot of other qualifiers. So I'll give you the rundown of how we are qualifying the various events that will be going there. As the preparations and the qualification series continues, we will do just that. But just remember that it is 75 days. 75 days to the Paris Olympics. They say Paris and leave. All right, Dayo. Dayo, how are you?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
I can hear you too.
Yes.
What?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you doing today?
We are cool.
Thank you for the very informative session that you're having for us. My sympathy to the family of Tijani Babangida. However, I want to also contribute to the scoreline that we are predicting today regarding Arsenal and Manchester United.
Okay.
It will be
what?
Arsenal will actually disappoint and also mesmerize Manchester United. I'm a Liverpool fan.
Okay.
But my brother's an Arsenal fan, so we're rooting for Arsenal. And it will be a shock to show that Arsenal will go at least 2-0.
In the first 5 minutes. How many minutes? This one at Liverpool are out of it because they can't. The maximum they can get is I think 83 or they can't get 85.
No, Liverpool 84.
84. The best they can get is 84. So they are already out of. Okay, at least 2-0. Okay, they have been merciful. That's all right.
But Dayo, mind you, they have the 6th best defense in the EPL.
No.
Mind you. They have the 6th best defense in the EPL.
Okay, the 6th best defense. Arsenal has the best defense.
And is their attack that
with 55, I think they've considered about 55 goals or so.
55, so they are the 6th best defense team in the EPL.
Arsenal has more points than Man U has goals.
Okay, let's just look at the Italian Open. Nadal, I don't think Nadal is trying to be fit. I don't think he can make it this time around for the French Open. I know when he gets it becomes a different tiger.
Yeah, I think, but with Nadal, it's either it's 100% or nothing for the French Open. So he had that legacy. He would never treat for anything. So the chances of him,
he might withdraw. He might say, if I can't go the distance, I'm going out.
But again, the law of the Olympics might just push him there.
Use that to prepare. But he has won the Olympic gold before. I mean, so what's he going to do?
Yeah, but why not go out with a blast?
With a blast.
Yeah.
Okay, Djokovic. Okay, but can we see the tweet? I mean, we were talking about Leverkusen and Roma. Roma at the point they adopted. Okay, this one is Leverkusen.
Yeah.
This is 16 times they scored after the 90th minute.
Yes.
Guy, you can't take this. This is something else.
No, you can't.
This is something else. After the 90th minute, even when they are down. They go over there against Karabakh.
I think the no green was meant for Leverkusen.
Exactly.
The no green.
They started the year no green for anybody. Leverkusen embodying that completely.
Okay, they had the no green.
Yes.
They don't want to green for anything.
No, did you watch the game against AS Roma?
You telling us
the level of confidence this guys had.
Yes.
No, going 2 goals down.
Yes.
And you understand? I mean, people already told that, it is over.
It's over. It's done. It's finished.
It is done. I think against Stuttgart, people were saying
yes.
And then they got that goal back. As okay, fine, that has qualified them for the final. But before you knew it, 17 seconds to go.
Very high line.
Oh my God!
Moving the ball around and
at the point they were actually playing to retain their invisibility than to qualify.
Of course. Okay, let's see this is till you can take that.
Being in the final is quite cool.
That was after the question had been asked.
What is cooler than?
What is cooler
than being cool?
Than being cool.
That was Roma's question.
When they were
the build up to the game.
When they were 2 goals up. I think when they were 2 goals up, they tweeted this.
Yes.
All right, let us go, They said, let us go, guys. We are going.
Manchester United are probably on course to have their worst season ever.
Okay.
But if they can prevent Arsenal from probably winning the league today,
they would have won. It would have been a trophy for them.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they still have a trophy to play for, but I think this is all Arsenal has. Let them go for it.
All right, I think it won't be 2 trophyless teams playing this. I think I will compile the list of teams that are trophyless. The Juggernaut City is going on. And if they win off all their matches, their travel, irrespective of what is going to happen to the at Old Trafford. But then the dignity, say, look, no matter how you be, if instead of make your person knock you for ground, may you hold bed. You understand? So that it will we all look at that is. But then for the Tijani family, we said, may the Lord keep you. And then as we pray, for the repose of the soul of Ibrahim. I'm Ken Ochonogo. God bless Nigeria.